David Ornstein confirms Spurs set sights on Manchester City forward Omar Marmoush, with January move already being prepared. Welcome back to Tottenham News Today channel. Tottenham's January plans are taking a dramatic turn, and Omar Marmoush has suddenly moved to the very top of the agenda. According to David Ornstein, Spurs are actively pushing forward with their interest in the Manchester City attacker as the club reshapes its strategy in the transfer market. Spurs are desperate to solve a glaring issue on the left flank, and with the pursuit of Antoine Semenyo now effectively cooling, attention has shifted firmly towards the Etihad. City's growing confidence in leading the race for Semenyo has only accelerated Spurs' focus on Marmoush, opening a door that did not seem realistic just weeks ago. Marmoush's situation at Manchester City is impossible to ignore. Signed with high expectations, the Egyptian international has barely been trusted in the Premier League, accumulating just 206 minutes across the entire season. For a player in his prime, this is a deeply frustrating reality. Sources close to the situation suggest that the lack of consistent opportunities has not gone unnoticed by Tottenham's recruitment team, who believe the numbers alone tell a powerful story. Spurs see a player whose profile fits exactly what they have been missing: explosive pace, direct dribbling, the ability to attack defenders 1v1 and a proven scoring touch from his Bundesliga days have all been highlighted internally. Crucially, Marmoush offers versatility across the front line, giving Tottenham tactical flexibility that has been sorely lacking in recent months. David Ornstein reports that Tottenham are now seriously exploring the mechanics of a deal, aware that negotiating directly with Manchester City is never straightforward. Pep Guardiola is reluctant to weaken his squad mid-season, particularly with a congested fixture list, but the reality of Marmoush's limited role could force City to listen. A loan with an option to buy is widely viewed as the most realistic entry point, a structure that would suit all parties. City retain control, Marmoush gains minutes, and Spurs secure an immediate upgrade. However, Tottenham are not ruling out going further. There is growing belief that a permanent deal could be explored if the right numbers are presented, especially if City decide that Marmoush is surplus to requirements in their long-term plans. Spurs, now operating with a far more aggressive mindset in the market, are prepared to test City's resolve. With Marmoush currently away at AFCON, the timing adds another layer of intrigue. His future is being discussed while he is absent, but the message from North London is clear. Tottenham are ready to move decisively the moment conditions allow. One thing is certain: Spurs are no longer waiting around. With Semenyo drifting out of reach and Manchester City dominating that race, Tottenham have pivoted sharply. Omar Marmoush is no longer a speculative name. He is a genuine target, a calculated gamble, and potentially the answer to one of Tottenham's biggest problems this season. Tottenham's January plans are taking a sharp new direction, with sources indicating Spurs have now moved on from Antoine Semenyo and identified Monaco standout Maghnes Akliouche as a serious alternative target. The shift underlines how determined the club are to reshape their attacking options as soon as the transfer window opens. Recruitment staff at Spurs have been closely monitoring Akliouche throughout the year, tracking his development week after week in Ligue 1. Those inside the club believe the 23-year-old has taken a significant step forward in both consistency and end product, emerging as one of Monaco's most exciting attacking outlets. His performances have not gone unnoticed, with Tottenham said to be genuinely impressed by his intelligence in possession, sharp movement between the lines, and ability to unlock defences in tight spaces. Financially, the deal is viewed as far more realistic than a move for Semenyo. Monaco are understood to value Akliouche at around £40 million, a figure Spurs see as far more manageable compared to the escalating costs attached to Premier League-based targets. That price point makes the Frenchman an attractive option for a club keen to add quality without completely blowing their budget. However, this is far from a clear run. PSG are long-time admirers of Akliouche and have been tracking him closely, fully aware of his growing reputation within French football. Tottenham know that if PSG decide to move decisively, the situation could become complicated very quickly. Adding to the pressure, Newcastle United are also monitoring the winger, increasing the sense of urgency around any potential move. One potential complication is positional. Spurs' priority remains the recruitment of a natural left winger, while Akliouche has produced his best football for Monaco, operating primarily from the right-hand side. Even so, Tottenham believe his technical profile and tactical flexibility could allow him to adapt, offering versatility across the front line and giving the manager another dynamic attacking weapon. With interest building across Europe, Tottenham are aware that hesitation could prove costly. The message from within the club is clear: act fast or risk losing out. As rivals circle and Monaco weigh their options, Spurs are preparing to accelerate their plans the moment the window opens, determined not to be left behind once again in a fiercely competitive market. Shockwaves are rippling through North London as Fiorentina step up their pursuit of Fabio Paratici, with talks now reaching an advanced stage over a dramatic return to Italy. According to sources close to the negotiations, the Serie A club are pushing hard to secure Paratici on a 5-year contract, positioning him as the central figure of their long-term rebuild. Contacts between Fiorentina and the Tottenham director have been described as constant and intense, with discussions accelerating behind the scenes. The Italian club are desperate for authority and direction at boardroom level, and they see Paratici as the man capable of restoring credibility after a turbulent period. For Fiorentina, landing him would represent a huge power move, one designed to reset the club's identity and decision-making from the top down. From Tottenham's perspective, this situation is deeply uncomfortable. Paratici only recently returned to active duty following the end of his 30-month ban, and his impact has already been felt. Working closely with Johan Lange, he has been involved in shaping recruitment strategy, assessing squad weaknesses, and laying foundations for a more competitive Spurs side. Losing him now would be a massive setback at a critical moment, with the club still trying to stabilise itself on and off the pitch. There is also the human factor. The chance to return home to Italy to lead a historic club and be trusted with full control of a sporting project is naturally appealing. Fiorentina are selling him a vision of influence, autonomy and long-term planning, something few directors can resist. However, Tottenham believed Paratici would be a cornerstone of their rebuild, a proven operator capable of closing the gap to Europe's elite through smart, decisive recruitment. That is why this potential exit raises uncomfortable questions about Spurs' internal strategy. Can they really afford to lose a director of Paratici's caliber right now? Replacing him would be neither simple nor quick, and the margin for error is slim. The club want to compete for major honours, but ambition requires stability, and stability starts at executive level. The next few days are expected to be decisive. One club is pushing relentlessly, the other is at risk of losing a key architect of its future, and the fallout could be significant for both sides. That's all for today's update. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay up to date with everything Tottenham, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a story. Don't forget to drop a like and share this video with other Spurs fans. Together we can keep growing the Tottenham News Today community. Thanks for watching, and as always, come on you Spurs!